replay people? I hope everyone is having a wonderful Thursday night. Hello, everyone that's hopping in on this live, and hello to everyone that's doing this, who's going to be watching this via replay. Just going to give some people time to hop on. I'm streaming this right now because right now on Restream, so I can't exactly see who's logging on from where. I just know that some people are watching, so I can't. Sorry if I'm not like directly acknowledging you through your name and whatnot. So normally I would, like I would be if you watch me on Instagram Live at MRB. Make sure you check that out. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing something different tonight. Haven't really done this yet. Something of the sort, but not to this extent. I'm always in the mood to experiment and try new things, and always give you guys some value that I know you guys are gonna enjoy. So while we're waiting a bit, why don't you guys type up where you guys are coming from while you're watching this, and make sure to share it as well. So because I'm going to be sharing some, this is going to be a pretty in-depth stream today. So I want to make sure that whoever you think will benefit from this, I can't talk right now, who will benefit from this, that they see it as well. So anyways, one of the reasons I'm streaming tonight is to share with you guys an in-depth guide of how Vision Paradox does Facebook marketing. I was originally going to be sharing some Instagram stuff, but I just realized there's some components in the actual section in the course that are still missing, so I wanted to finesse that, and I wanted to make sure that if I do share that with you guys, that it's full and it's on point. So yeah, this is a dedicated section from our upcoming course, like I just mentioned, Social Media Marketing 101, and I'll be talking about it later or throughout the course, and here's essentially what you're going to be learning tonight. Okay, so we're going to be talking about how to set up your Facebook fan page on your phone, since a lot of people are just doing things through mobile nowadays. And one of the reasons I think you guys should be on your Facebook page is that there's a lot of advertising tools that a lot of people are missing out on. Even though some of you guys might not have a quote-unquote advertising budget, I know some people do market their stuff on the personal profile. That's cool, you get the engagements, you get the likes and all that stuff, but the tools in terms of advertising and your reach on your fan page just totally takes a dump on your personal profile. Just saying, if you haven't set that up, make sure you do. And we're going to also talk about how to optimize it so it's on point, that you're recognizable above the rest of your competition, how to get your first likes, what kind of content you should post. This is one of the common things. Also, with the best times to post. This is one of the common questions we get from a multitude of clients of, what should I post? Should I be personal? Should it be all business? Is breakfast time a good time to post? Is nighttime? So we'll be covering the basics of that, and also because eventually each profile is going to have their own unique time and type of content that's going to work best, that works out for you and your audience. The next thing is how to schedule your Facebook posts, both single and bulk upload your content at the same time. And the last one is how to properly boost your ad the right way for brand awareness. One of the biggest mistakes, I was actually talking to someone on the phone the other day, them looking for a quote-unquote Facebook ad expert, but what this person did is that they just push the boost button. And if you guys have ever done that, it doesn't really do. It's the equivalent of just throwing your money into the air and hoping that it just gets attention. That's all it does. It just gives you attention, doesn't necessarily bring you business. So if you see that blue boost button, there's a time and a place for it, but if you're trying to get sales and all that stuff, it's not for that. So but there is a proper way. It is a good way for brand awareness, but I'm going to show you guys a better way to create brand awareness targeted towards the people you want. So yeah, anyways, this is how it's going to work. What we're going to be doing is showing you guys the full videos from the course for this section, with some breaks in between. So this is going to be a little bit of me on the screen, and then me actually doing a demo from the course. Okay, and if you like the content and you want to get early access to it, you can sign up through the link that I'll be sharing with you guys throughout the stream. Anyways, let's get started. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how to create your Facebook page on your mobile device. Obviously, most of the attention, if you had watched the previous video, most of the attention of a lot of people is on the mobile device, whether you're on, whether you're waiting at a bus stop, in line at a McDonald's or In-N-Out, or just on the toilet. People are most likely consuming a lot of the content on here, so it only makes sense to, why not set up your Facebook page here. So let's head on to your Facebook page. Okay, I'm actually ahead of this, a step ahead here. You're going to click on this little hamburger right there. Scroll down to where it says Pages. I don't know if you guys are going to be seeing it, but this is because I manage a lot of pages. You're going to go to create, boom, get started. Name of your page, same deal as before. Test 2, I'm going to be deleting this as well. I want to use this page to sell products or provide services, if that's going to be you. Like say you are an e-commerce store or you have a health product, that would probably make sense. If you have the intent of selling in general, it just makes sense to have that. So I'm just going to put that on. So boom. All right, I'm just going to put brands and products. And going with the e-commerce store, I had a e-commerce electronics store I ran as a test, didn't really pan out too well, but I'm just going to go based off that. Boom, next, and I think it'll automatically create, oh, if you have a website. See, this is a little bit more detailed. It goes step by step, which is what I like. It used to do that on the Facebook. It used to do that on desktop. It's changed a lot. So I'm just going to put test.com. Oh, you can skip. You can skip. Add profile picture, skipping that. Cover photo, skipping that. Pretty much walks you through everything that I showed you on the desktop version. There you go. You got your Facebook page. I didn't obviously add any of the photos, but it's pretty self-explanatory for all these steps. There's a lot of info missing that we didn't get to cover. What I like about this is that it has a checklist for you guys to use. So add cover photo. Let's just add me and my son as a cover photo. Boom. That actually looks pretty good. Okay, profile picture, invite friends to like my page. I'm not about to spam my friends with this. Publish my first post. This is my first post. So it pretty much walks you through everything that you need to do. So I'll cover in a different video the different types of posts you can share, because there's so freaking much that you can do with Facebook nowadays. It's kind of like crazy, but if you can figure out a strategy around how you use even like 5 or 6 of them, that'd be great. So I'm just gonna do a classic first text post. Boom, share now. This is where it's getting weird. Okay. So I head on over here, about, edit page info, and this is where a good amount of the information that was covered on the desktop you can write here. There's a lot of things that are missing, like the impressum, the mission. That, I think that stuff is where you have to edit it on desktop. But here it's just enough for you to get everything started. So your business hours. If you have any, you can edit the team. If you're an organization, it's not just you. You have like a social media manager, a video editor, and all that stuff. So you can add your role. Here's where you can add your description. Again, kind of leveraging the keywords of how I set it up in the beginning. Saved, and then if you want to continue editing some stuff, right here to the right where it says edit page, you can change the page header, which is like the images. The buttons is where is this area right here, what people will see where it says send message. You can change your button. Instead of send message, you can choose a different button to either call you now if you are a service, or if you're someone who's more a client-based business, if you want to set up an appointment, you can link it to your Google Calendar or whatever else you use for scheduling. You can have them send you an email, or if you have an app, you can have them install the app directly from that button. So it's a pretty useful piece of real estate right here for that. So, and again, to get their edit page, buttons, and change it up. You can change the tabs, which is the different things you can see on this end right here. So tabs, you can see the posts, the reviews people leave, the videos, photos, your groups. You can add some other stuff, events, if you have any events coming up. You can edit the order of the things that you want to see when you end up on the main page. So the tabs are pretty much, so say let's remove this, let's save it. We'll go back and it just saves. Okay. It's what people will see when they go to your page. So for example, let's actually take a look at this. The tabs are pretty much the main things people will see the minute they land on your page. So we just swapped out the posts and make sure the events are on top. People are definitely going to see that right here. You see that where it says events? I'm not sure if you can see that right there. It's going to show that first for people to see. So the Facebook page, this whole setup is pretty much like a mini website. You can guide people to the most important items that you want them to go to, and you can just remove things that you don't think are essential. So that's what the tabs are. Settings, that's where you can connect other people to be, if you click over here to add people as your admin, or if you want to connect your Instagram to this, go to Instagram ads, input their information for your Instagram and add account. Community and groups, same thing as I mentioned in the previous video, which is the groups that you have linked to this page. That's it for setting up your Facebook page on your mobile phone. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. It pretty much walks you step by step in everything that you need to fill out. Setting up your Facebook page either on desktop or on mobile is pretty straightforward. On the next video, we're going to be covering how to optimize your Facebook page so it looks on brand, it really captures the attention, and it doesn't look like someone just randomly, put this together like these terrible examples that I shared with you guys. So catch you guys in the next video. All right, so pretty basic stuff so far, right? So right there's the link for the early enrollment if you guys are down for if you guys are liking the course so far and want to get a jump start on it. Anyways, so the next part we're going to be covering is how to optimize your Facebook page so you guys can stand out from your competition. There's a lot of pages that we've audited that have made so many mistakes and are missing so many things that we know that I can't even talk right now, guys, that we know could help them leverage that page as ways of being discovered, from their about page to their story, which is something I'll cover in the video, to even just basically engaging with other people who are commenting on their stuff. So enough with the basics. Let's get on to the more intermediate stuff. Today we're going to be talking about optimizing your Facebook profile. So you leverage not only the keywords you've researched, but you're also starting to build brand equity, you're starting to build trust, and so you can also guide people exactly where you want them to go. So let's get started. Firstly, you're going to notice here on the desktop is this real estate right here. First thing I got to talk about is make sure that you have either good design or a good quality photo, and that doesn't necessarily mean you have to hire a photographer or get a fancy camera. I mean, this is good enough. Aside from that, you can also use Fiverr, pay a graphic designer $5 to get the job done, but sometimes the quality isn't that great. I personally have used it just for a starting point, and if you're really determined to learn it by yourself, a couple of great resources that I'm going to share with you guys depending on where you're watching this. It's either a PDF or a link in the description. First off is the trends of 2018, graphic design trends. This is going to change next year, so always update your information. So how you can play with your logos, these colors right here, I'm really starting to experiment with these duotone looks. Spotify really killing it with that. A lot of people are really killing it with 80s and 90s looks. Like one of my most popular videos on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram to date is a dance video I did with a lot of 80s filters on the video. So it makes it look like an old school video, and people loved it because that's what people are kind of into right now. So that's a great resource for you guys to generate ideas for your cover photos. And for this is from B&H, an introduction to photographic composition. So these are rules and principles that you can apply to taking photos. You don't need a fancy camera, you just need to understand the principles of composition, which makes this an equally effective tool because it takes photo and filmed in HD. If you're really tight in your budget, use these principles and implement it. So there's other great resources as well, but these are just two of my favorite. This one always obviously going to be updating. This one is perennial. It's going to be year after year. If you want to take a good photo, follow the principles of composition. Going back to the cover image here, make sure it's high quality, or if you're a company, make sure you can use a video highlighting the things you guys do, or a logo, high quality photo, like the logo play here. This is something I'm going to be doing myself, is taking advantage of the fact that this is also video real estate now as well, so you can take advantage of this to showcase a little bit more about your product, or you can do it like Gary Vaynerchuk, who's one of my favorite entrepreneurs, and kind of giving using it as a trailer of what he's all about. So up to you on how you use it. I personally like this right now because one, I freaking love that jacket. Two, people either know me as the owner of Vision Paradox or a dancer, and this kind of for me keeps it right in the middle, because it's just me. I'm not either or, I'm just me. So that's what I'm trying to go for here. When I do the video, it's definitely gonna go a lot more into that story. It all goes back down to the story you're telling to your ideal audience. Next up is this real estate right here. This real estate, I think, is important if people are seeing you on desktop. People don't really see this part on mobile. A great example is on Gary's right here. Definitely a great opportunity for you to tell your story, tell people what you're about, and then at the same time leverage keywords, and at the same time use links to link back to your website, link back to your product, link back to, you know, other things you're doing as well. So it's a really great real estate, especially for those of you who are you know, who want to leverage doing SEO, backlinking, and leverage the keywords. Boom, right here. Just don't let that technical aspect take over the part that people care about more, which is the story. Who are you? How can they connect with you? What are you about? And that's the important part here. You're telling people what you're about, what you've done, what led you from point A to point B to C, so on and so forth. So take advantage of that. This is an opportunity for you to build trust while building the back end of things for your SEO. Now, links or tabs right here, you can use this as an opportunity to get people where you want them to go, whether it's you want people to look at your videos or for your YouTube, cool. Or if you want people to look at your services, right here, oh, look at that. Or reviews, offers if you have any. Like, we don't have any, we're not offering any discounts on our services. We might. The first thing people are gonna see is like just looking at my other screen here from the corner of my eye. First thing I see are obviously the images. Images are gonna matter most. Next thing, probably just from the corner of my eye, is oh, let's go back to the home page. Okay, next thing that probably pops up next is down here where the images are, and this little story part. So the images and the visuals obviously are going to play a huge role in capturing the attention, and then everything else in keeping the attention. So that's why optimizing is so important. The next part people are probably going to look for, unless you speak a different language that goes from right to left, first thing we're probably going to look at is here, the links or the tabs right here. That's why taking advantage of this might probably be useful, but also keeping in mind that this is a kind of a different environment versus mobile. All right, so switching over to mobile real quick, you see the difference already in terms of real estate. So the first thing that really pops out in terms of visuals, okay, when people are checking you out on this, is your cover photo. Again, quality photo or video. The profile image dwarfs the cover photo. So the next thing people will probably do is this. So scroll down, see your content, check you out, see what you're sharing. Is it dope? Cool. If they're a little bit more curious, you know, the next thing they'll probably do is look at the other things, videos, photos. If you have a group, I don't have one because no time to manage that. Then the next thing people will probably see after they see the links, you know, they might even go to your about page here, which tells all your info, or they might even see this little part right here. Consider the attention of people when you're optimizing your profile. Chances are most people are going to be seeing it on mobile, so it makes sense to see things from their perspective, not just yours. The content you share is going to be like really top of the level funnel stuff where people are getting to know the content you share, to know what you're about, you entertaining them, educating them, empowering them, whatever you're doing with your content. So the optimization is where the back end of things come into play. You get to share the cool stuff, people get to know you, haha, you're funny. So let's take this into the context of a date. So now they want to get to know you a little bit more. You bring them to, I don't know, your house, and they get to see, you know, if I don't know if you've seen those movies where when the girl, or I've done this too, I'm guilty, you go to the closet and you kind of open the medicine cabinet and you kind of see I've done that. I'm guilty. Just pure of curiosity. People are curious. They want to know what you're about. If you bring them to your house, if you have photos, they'll look at it. If you have art, they'll look at it. So same thing with your page. If your content is dope and it intrigues them, they're gonna look at other things. They're gonna look at the tabs you have. They're gonna want to know your story, your about page. This is more like after you're done introducing yourself with your cool content. Here's other stuff that you can learn more about me, because I'm pretty sure you guys have gotten this on Facebook as a regular profile. You've gotten friend requests from random people you don't know, and when you go to the profile, there's no bio, there's no images, so that immediately is a red flag that this person isn't legit, or taking it into like a dating aspect again. If you meet someone intrigued, well, cool, and the first thing and then you decide to go back to their place and they have nothing in their house, it might be a red flag that they might be a serial killer or something. That's just kind of how I'm thinking about it. So now let's go to the bio. Little rant there, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you guys want to update your bio, edit page info, this is like the basic stuff people are going to see immediately. And then see all information. That's going to take you directly to editing all your info. Or you can just click here and update your about. Here is where you can share everything. Again, this is an opportunity for you guys to tell your story, leverage your keywords, leverage links back to your website or product. So as you can see here, I have my bio, the awards to share, like showcase off what you've done. As you can see, I'm leveraging the fact that I can share links here. So I'm getting, if people do decide to come here and they click on the link, they get a discount to enroll into my course. So that's one of the things. Affiliation, I'm not a company. Do that, add a company overview. I don't have that. Add a menu if you're a restaurant, but my menu will be chocolate and sweets, because I have a sweet tooth. This is again an opportunity for you to share more about you, leverage your keywords, and sprinkle it on there, which does well for your search. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys got any questions, hit the Q&A button, ask the ask question button, and ask away. And there's no right or wrong in terms of the questions. It's just the level of knowledge and understanding that we're at different levels, and my job is to try to get you to a level where you are proficient enough to do it. And if you ask your question, it might help someone else out. So in turn of you helping yourself, you help everyone else out. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you guys next time. Alright, so did you guys see things that you could implement immediately? Good, because I freaking want that. That's how momentum is created. You see a little something and that you can do, then you implement it, and and you take action. That's how, like I said, that's how momentum is created. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of content tonight, and I don't expect a lot of you guys to get it right off the bat. If anything, the main thing I want you guys to walk away with is just one, two, or a few nuggets of knowledge that you can implement immediately, because I want you guys to get that instant feel good of confidence, knowing that you're going towards the right direction. Okay, so I'm going to let the rest of the video run from here. I'm actually going to focus mainly on the chat box so I can answer some of your questions as the content is going. So the next few videos are going to be covering how to get your first likes, the best times to post, scheduling your content, and how to get people to notice your page fast through brand awareness ads. So let's get started. With all the stuff that Facebook's been going through lately, it's still #1 in the world, with 2 billion active users over Instagram's 700 million, and it's still growing. Check this out. Hopefully you can see it. Let it focus real quick. About $2,000, a little over $2,000 in conversions, and 300 on our retargeting campaign. So if you're on this, that means you're interested and you really want to start advertising on this platform. But if you just started, you want to make sure you get on the right foot before you start advertising. Today I'm going to show you guys how to jumpstart your Facebook page. When it comes to jumpstarting your Facebook, it's more about the value you give than the likes you get, because likes on Facebook don't exactly pay the bills. They're not as important as Instagram followers or YouTube subscribers. Those are vanity metrics that are important for influencers, that so they can do brand deals or sponsored deals or things like that. With Facebook, it's a little different. So if you're just starting off your Facebook page, ground zero, starting up, make sure your Facebook page is obviously set up and optimized. Optimized meaning having a bio, links to everything, using the keywords if you've done your SEO research already. And then the next thing is making sure you share the 5 to 10 really good pieces of content. And I'm not talking about like, oh, it has to be perfect and you spend a month on it. It has to be good enough for where you feel good about it, and you share like to 3, 4, 5 other friends and they think it's a dope piece of content, and then you share it. I'm big on sharing a lot of content fast, and I'm also big, me being an artist as well, I want to make sure what I share is good. The thing with some artists is that they get so caught up with it has to be perfect, but that they never get it done. It's finding that good enough is sometimes enough to get the job done. That's what the first 2 steps in the beginning strategy. Make sure your Facebook is set up and optimized. Share your 5 to 10 best pieces of content. Because when people hop on there, you want to make sure that, you know, there's content there, there's some engagement going. Speaking of engagement, let's get to how to get your first likes. I'm going to share with you guys 4 methods. The first 3 are free and organic, and the last one is paid. The first one, very obvious, is invite your friends on your current, you know, Facebook profile to like it. There's going to be an option on there where you can just click invite friends, invite all of them. Not all of them are obviously gonna like it, but it does give you the momentum to start building that likes, to start helping build your social proof. Next is join groups and communities or Facebook groups and share your best content. Don't just go on the group and upload it as a post. Grab the link, you know, there's that share button you see, you share to a group instead of your timeline, or if your friend, you go to the option where it says share to group, and then find the group that you're currently in, share it that way. That way the interactions and engagements that you get from groups goes directly to your page. So that, and obviously if the people on that group like your content, they're gonna like your page. In addition to groups, make sure that you are actually engaging with other people in the group. Don't be just that guy that promotes and never, you know, contributes anything else to the group, because then that could lead you to being kicked out of the group, and you know, it's just straight up douchey. So the next one is cross promote your platform. So if you're on Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, make sure that you don't just add the links in your profile, but you make an effort to make sure it's seen. Find little ways to cross promote your other platforms without being too invasive. On your YouTube, make sure occasionally on a lower third or something, show your Facebook handle, or at the end. Or you can just straight up say, hey, follow me on Facebook on your video or on Instagram. There's more than one way to just get the like or follower, either indirectly or directly. Up to you. I like indirectly. Follow me on Facebook. Direct. The next one is paid promotions. So this is very, very different from the boost button. Please don't use the boost button. As far as I know right now, it's not the most effective way of getting your first likes or engagement. It'll probably help you with getting the likes and all the vanity metrics and make you feel good about that, but it's probably not going to give you the results you want. And there's a better way going about it using paid post engagement ads. It's the same thing as the boosting, but you have more control and it's a lot more targeted. And it's just like the boost button on steroids. That's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, lecture, walkthrough, whatever it is you want to, you call it in your head. If you guys got any questions, feel free to click the Q&A section, ask a question, and I'll be notified and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. How many times to post a day? The one I recommend is 3 to 4 times a day to start. Breakfast, lunch, after work, and right when people are going to bed and people are just scrolling through the newsfeed. 4 times a day. I think that's a good place to start. Why this much to begin with? Well, first off, it helps you find what kind of content you share works best. Is it video? Is it images? Is it photo shoots? Is it trailer type videos? Is it vlog type videos? So it gives you space to be able to experiment with what type of content your audience is going to resonate with. The second reason is that if you're running an ad campaign and if you want to do things organically, and this particular ad campaign has several types of ideas, like different versions of a graphic or different versions of a video, you can post these videos or content on your Facebook, and then the best organic one can be used for the advertising later. So this saves you dollars in terms of split testing. It's a little longer because you're waiting for the organic reach, but it does save you some money. So some people would argue you might as well just get the results quicker in a day by split testing all the ads immediately, and then we can cover that in another time when we get a little deeper into the Facebook advertising. And the last one is, considering that Facebook only shows your content to 1 out of 15 people, the more you share your content, the more likely you'll get the exposure that you want. And the more exposure you get and people interact with your page, the more likely Facebook will show your content to other people. It sucks, but it's their way of trying to push people to use their advertising platform. So other methods of posting, based off a report from Social Media Examiner, brands post about 8 times a day. And considering that Facebook only shows your content to about 1 out of 15 people, it kind of makes sense. And I know some of you with a lot of content are already thinking, easy, I've got a boatload of content. But I'm pretty sure most of you are thinking, what the fuck? 8 times a day, I don't get that kind of time or that much content. And relax. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to do that. You can go to the 3 to 4 method, which I've been doing, and eventually you can slow things down if you want to. And the way I've been doing it recently is I post once a day and I distribute the groups and I do paid advertising. It's made scheduling on Facebook a lot easier. Let's show you guys really quick how I kind of implement this strategy. Let's go into the Insights tool on your page. Boom. Go to and head on over here, your 5 most recent posts. You can already see within this past week. Let's take a look in this past week. Let's actually go 2nd through the 8th. What I'm looking for is engagement. Okay, and I generally go change it to engagement rate because it's a little more straight up of, percentage. Wow, look at that. So that looks. See, this is why posting a lot helps, because I loved this image, but not everyone on Facebook enjoyed it. It could be a timing issue. It could be, it just wasn't meant for the platform. It could be a whole bunch of things, but that's where, kind of analyzing it really pays off, because now you see what I thought might work just didn't work out as well. Post good content as often as you can, and then you just kind of filter out what's working better, and then you occasionally experiment. That post was an experiment post, and apparently it didn't work out as well as I thought it would. So okay, trying to keep it from the 8th to between the 9th, the 2nd and the 8th. You can see right here, best organically performing one is this little snippet I made of a little preview of all the dancing I did when I was in the East Coast. So people really loved it. So I'll take a look at it, see what on posts organically, not too bad. Definitely performed the best. So now, thinking strategy wise, how can I start producing more content like this, and then also at the same time, how do I make sure that I don't oversaturate it? So you want to start looking for the second best type of performing content. So like throughout that week, this one, okay, a dance shot seemed to do really well as well, or a dance action shot. Maybe between those two I'll be sharing content. And then this is where, like, once you start defining the type of content that works, you can start slowing down, because you can easily oversaturate your audience with the same thing over and over and over again. Start 3 to 4 times a day, varying types of content. Then you use this to find out which content works better. Then you filter it out, and then you can lessen it, because now you're producing both quality and quantity. If you can produce high quality content all the time without repeating yourself, like I mentioned in our scheduling video, you can reshare videos, but you don't want to reshare videos so much that people are like tired of it, like listening to the same song over and over and over again, and they get tired of it. When you reshare your content, you want people to have a sort of nostalgia around it, like, oh yeah, that was good, like certain songs that we enjoyed growing up and for some reason we can never get tired of, or certain movies that we can never get tired of. I can never get tired of watching 40-Year-Old Virgin. For some reason, like, me and my brothers just loved that movie. So just keeping that in mind. Moving on to the next week, the following week, or this current week. Okay, the best one. Just trying to figure out what kind of content is working best here. So 9% here, so these are good. This is a vlog. This performed pretty well. Again, long form content performed well here. And 9%, which is another dance video. I'm starting to see like more dance related stuff. Second best performing is another dance video. So people are really liking my dance videos. I've been also trying to push like different types of content to create variations, but you know, the feedback is just strong. Like people, they just want dance videos or dance content, so let's give it to them. So, and then that's something that for you to think about as well. Like after you post your 3 to 4 to start, what is working best, filter it, do more of it. That way you don't necessarily have to always post, and you can maybe filter it back to like, you know, 2-3 times a day. And honestly, I'm probably going to start bumping up a little bit more so I can increase more brand awareness. I recently was not in the market for brand awareness. I was just good at, you know, entertaining my current audience. And now in the more recent months, I've been pushing for at least, you know, twice a day, just enough for me to be able to do it and then get back to my business. What about the best times to post? According to Sprout Social, the best times to post are on the weekdays between 1 and 2. So just about lunchtime. That's like the peak time. And this is a good template if you're just starting out and you don't know your hot times. As you post more and more, you're gonna start seeing that your content is seen most at different times. My content is most seen around 8 or 9 because I have an audience, people watching it late at night, and people in the Philippines, they're watching it when it's daytime for them. So it kind of works out for me in that sense. A client of mine, Studio Binder, got a lot of love between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Another client of mine who's a comedian gets a lot of love around 9 a.m. because he has an international audience. Let's find out your best times. You might have seen that just a little earlier when I was showing you guys how many times to post a day. Let's see it a little bit more in detail. Oh, it's not publishing. Let's go to Insights. All right, so let's go here to posts. Just gonna show the overview, go to posts. All right, so this is where you can find out your peak time. As I mentioned earlier, Sprout Social says best peak times are weekday between 1 and 2. Cool, good place to start. Now, if you go here, you can see that mine is completely different. I have an audience not just, you know, in the States, but also in the Philippines. So it makes sense why I'm getting attention at that time. So I can schedule my content around these times. Now, if you guys want to get hyper specific on the days, you can just look on over here. And I think Instagram Insights also does that as well. Again, timing is everything. Don't just post your content when your audience is, you know, already on. Post it like half an hour before, so that way you can start getting some initial traction prior to them hopping on. So you can either schedule it right when they're on or try to get some traction a little bit before your peak times. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys do have a question, feel free to leave it in the Q&A or even directly message me. I generally get back within a week. I'll catch you guys in the next lecture. When it comes to running your business, time is important, so it makes sense why you would want to schedule your content. But the last thing you want to do is schedule things at random and things don't make sense, especially when certain events come up. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to schedule your content with intention on Facebook. Let's get right on to scheduling content on your Facebook. 2 different ways. One way is through Later or a third-party platform like Hootsuite or Later, or OnlyPull. Apparently, OnlyPull allows you to schedule on Facebook now. Anything, and I think that is good for scheduling micro content. I'll show you guys that in a bit. And Facebook, I think that's better for long-form content because Facebook's video library allows you to reshare content, and if you're trying to build up views on that one particular video, when you reshare that content later on, it continues building the viewership, which I think is great because you don't have to re-upload anything. It's already in the video library. All you gotta do is share it, new caption, continue building views on it. So it's pretty cool in that sense. I use Later because it's quick and easy, and it allows you to schedule it on multiple platforms quickly. My whole library is already here. All I gotta do is drag and drop. I'll show you how easy it is. So I scheduled this one already, but I'll just drag and drop around here. If you guys know your best times, schedule it on your best times. And we do have a video on when to find your best times on Facebook, on Instagram, and all the other social platforms. Make sure you guys check that out. So here, I'm just gonna drag it around here. I want my fans in the Philippines to see it as well. So boom, and there you go. Caption, whatever it is. Hashtag suggestions. This is great for Instagram, considering that I'm scheduling on Instagram as well. Hashtag just to keep things moving here, and it's gonna ask you to review it. So on Facebook, I generally remove the hashtags. Twitter and Instagram, I keep it. Create the posts, and voila, there you go. You got some micro content scheduled quickly and easily on later for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Honestly, of all the scheduling platforms, later is honestly my favorite. I've said that a lot in my previous videos, and I'll continue saying that. Now, scheduling natively on Facebook, if I could, I would primarily stay on a third-party platform because it's so quick and easy. But there's a reason why you want to schedule on Facebook natively, specifically if you're going to be uploading videos that are longer than 60 seconds, because of the details you can put with your video, and then after that going into the video library as I explained previously. So once you've got your video, just go to your publishing tools, there you go, video library, and then let's upload directly. So this is why this little feature right here is exactly why I like uploading directly in terms of long form content, because it's practically like YouTube. You can add the tags, especially if you know your SEO or your keywords, you can take advantage of that. Here you can change the thumbnail distribution, so you can change it where you want to share. You can cross post it with other pages that you might be on, so there's a lot of power to this. And I'm just gonna quickly put this together. Had fun here. And then boom, tag a travel vlog, whatever. This is just a quick example. So here, and then publish, schedule, and I schedule it. Oh, whoops, and titles. Forgot. You can also add your titles. This is why I like using it. It's a little bit more of a proper video uploading platform, very similar to YouTube versus a third-party platform where it's just like upload straight. You don't exactly get to leverage your keywords or give the details that you would like for it. So that's why. Had fun here, publish, schedule, 17. Once that's done, it's added to your library and it's also shared on your news feed. That's about done. There's just a pop-up here that says that my content was scheduled for Monday, September 17th. The only part that I think sucks about scheduling on Facebook is that it's long, unless you're scheduling an image. But in that case, if you're scheduling an image, you might as well use a third-party platform like Later. This is great for primarily using it for long-form video content, and especially since, as you see the trends, people are starting to watch long video format. This year, Facebook pushed out IGTV. People are, yes, still enjoying short-form content for a quick hit of that dopamine and enjoyment and entertainment, but people ultimately, based off human patterns, if we're able to get people to sit in front of a regular television and watch hours and hours on end for a TV series, then the pattern still continues on people who binge watch on Netflix or on Hulu, or even go on a YouTube rabbit hole where they're watching forever. So the pattern is there. People like long form content, especially if it's going to be entertaining, educational, or empowering. Long form content, I think, is the long game, but still micro content is great for brand awareness because it's quick. The whole point of it is to capture their attention, so you create interest, so you can get people to take the call to action to watch your long form content or to go to your website or whatever it is. You can see all the other stuff that I scheduled here as well from Later. So if you want, I can actually go back in there and actually edit the details, and so I can use it again for a later time. Just because you're uploading here doesn't mean you can't upload it and change the details later. But something that recently was brought up to me from one of my team members was like, can I upload long form video on Later and then schedule it there? I'm not too sure yet. I have to try that out myself. I've been primarily using it for uploading short form videos, which is 60 seconds and under, scheduling it here, and then letting it go to Facebook. And then probably later on, or maybe sooner, because it's kind of like on my mind now, I might go back in here and actually title these and then reuse these later on for Facebook. Because the beauty of scheduling content is not just like I have new content that's ready, I want to share it with next week, but you have that new content. Everyone likes a throwback Thursday, flashback Friday, way back Wednesday. You can schedule this for way back Wednesday 6 months from now, 5 months from now, a year from now, in another month, and you can share it in a different post. This goes for all platforms. It's not just Facebook, but the beauty of Facebook is that it has a library of content for you to be able to just
pull from. You don't have to upload it again, and that's exactly why I like Later, because it's oh god, I feel like I'm like advertising for Later. I'm sorry guys, I just really enjoy it. It's not paid, this isn't a paid endorsement or anything. I just really enjoy the platform because there's a library already, and you see multiple versions of here, which is what I call like different forms of micro content, which is like I take one piece of content and I just do something a little different, and then I share my favorite one probably next day or next week, and then a different version probably in another 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, or another year, because again, people are romantic, and some people can be nostalgic, or people like recalling the past of what happened before. Now let's leverage the video library here real quick on Facebook, so that way you can schedule some particular content probably within another year or another whenever you want to do it. Let's go up here. All these videos are content that I scheduled through Later, as you can see. The ones with titles are obviously scheduled here. Click on the video itself, or the caption. You're gonna see a very hard to see button on the bottom right where it says create post with video. Okay, boom, go up there, and it gives you the original caption, the original tagging, and you can even add more details to it now. Okay, feeling happy. Ninja Sex Party, which is the name of the band. If you remember any of your keywords, if you have keywords and have done your SEO research, this is a perfect place to do it. And then from here, you can even change the thumbnail. I hate the thumbnail because it doesn't show jack. I'm gonna put this one because it kind of has a nice little silhouette with how you can see my body moving. And then here, schedule it. I'm gonna schedule it, I don't know. Oh, actually, don't schedule it yet, because I want to change the details on that. I'm just gonna put Throwback Thursday to getting down some fun. Just gonna keep that there. Boom. Now I can schedule it. Schedule. Next 6 months. And this is how long term I think with my content. How can I use it again and really milk content for what it's worth, because we share content once and then it becomes history. I like it when we create content that we can share again and again and again, and just find a way to, you know, make it feel different. Either that through, in this case, since we're leveraging the library, saying something else, sharing it months down the line. There's creative ways to do it, but then that means obviously having to re-upload it, you know, changing the design, changing how the video looks and feels. But the library sense from Facebook and Later, you just change the caption, you change the story around the content through the caption. So that's what my thought on it. I'm just gonna say like random May 1st. Oh, May 2nd since it's Thursday. Oh, I can't go that far. Shame. So March 2019. Okay, schedule. And I have content scheduled way beyond. You don't have to schedule that far. That's just like an extreme example. But if you really like a piece of content and you want to share it again, there's no reason not to. You know, like if I really liked how these dance videos turned out, probably one of my most popular videos that performed really well on YouTube, and I just want to continue sharing it on Facebook and on Instagram. I shared it once the month it was released. Now I'm planning on sharing it within another 3 months, and then probably another 6 months, because, you know, the video is good. I think what holds some people back is they think like in their minds at this present moment is like, oh, I already shared that video. Oh, I already used it. But the thing is, with the feed and the noise of how fast content is coming at us and information is coming at us, you know, it's probably going to be forgotten within the next week or the next month, because friends, brands, people are always sharing content. And if you're building up your following, new followers have never seen your content. So it just makes sense to be able to share that content again. I did a recent Throwback Thursday content that I shared, and then I have friends that I recently made and just saw it and they loved it. Take advantage of the fact that you can schedule your content not just for, you know, your new content, but for the content that you really love, that really performed well. Other things to look out for, aside from, you know, old content that you can share and reuse, other things to look out for are holidays, birthdays, trending topics. Trending topics is a little tricky because the buzz of it can go quickly as it comes. Most trending topics tend to last about, I think, 2 to 3 weeks, something related in your industry, and you share it and you add your input in it, that's one good way to capture the attention of other people, and then that eventually building your following. So those are just things to look out for. That's it, how to schedule your content on Facebook with intention using a third-party platform like Later or natively scheduling on Facebook. And I share with you our strategy in scheduling content. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how you can build your own scheduling strategy. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Alright guys, I'm going to be showing you guys really quick how to bulk upload your videos onto Facebook. For the longest time, it was a pain in the ass to schedule a lot of content on Facebook, especially if you're trying to schedule like an entire month's worth. Unless you used a third-party platform like Later, where you can just drag and drop everything, and if you didn't use any third-party platforms, what you would used to do is you would have to like drag and drop and write everything one by one, wait for this to upload, and it would just be a waste of time and kind of a nightmare to schedule video content in bulk for Facebook. But now there's something new on Facebook, and it's been out for a while. I didn't really get to play with it this much until over the weekend. So they have Creator Studio, which I think is the equivalent of the YouTube Creator Studio, because Facebook understands that videos where it's at, that's where a lot of the attention is. That's why they're incentivizing a lot of people with a huge following to or a lot of original shows. Jada Pinkett Smith with The Red Table, Lewis Howes with Inspired Life. They're really they're bringing on people with a massive platform to start creating original shows. Like Lonzo Ball from the Lakers and his family have Ball in the Family. So they're really pushing original content for Facebook Watch, and you notice it similarly with Instagram TV, where they're starting to push it with that route. Now you can see that Facebook is serious about it, is because you can have monetization in this as well, which is very similar to how YouTube is. So I don't know how much this is really going to affect YouTube and YouTube creators. I mean, there's a very strong loyalty with them, for YouTube creators. But I think in terms of land grab, if you can start grabbing the attention from people as an original show on Facebook Watch, or even an original show natively formatted for Instagram TV, and then they start rolling out the opportunity to be monetized for it, and you have a big platform based off that show, I think that's a huge win right there. Not to knock off YouTube, because there's so much attention there as well. It can be hard and tough for people who are just starting out. That's not to say it's impossible. It's still entirely possible to become successful on YouTube. Also, considering that this is pretty much a land grab right now, and how big Facebook's platform is, like worldwide, there's over 2 billion users. It might not be as popular as some people where you are in the States, but it's very, very, very popular still everywhere else. And with them trying to push video, it just makes sense if you want to promote your content here as well. So what I'm generally doing is you taking my YouTube content and sharing it here. So obviously you can just write something here and you can share it on all the pages you're managing. This is what's exciting, because you can get monetized, and you can see which one is eligible. But I'm gonna go deeper into this way later, and you can even see right here which ones like from all the pages you're managing. You see all the posts that are doing really well, or excuse me. So if you want to upload a video, going into the main purpose of this video, is if you want to upload a video, you can go single post or multiple videos. This is my most recent episode of MRI TV, so I'm gonna get all the ones I think were greatly edited, then select the page I want to upload it to, boom, and it just goes right there. I'll show you guys in a bit why this is such a great thing in terms of uploading the videos natively on Facebook and bulk uploading it natively on Facebook versus using a third-party platform like Later. And I love this platform because it's my favorite multi-platform scheduling tool and managing all the accounts. But the fact that I can upload a lot of things here natively, I'll show you in a bit. Once it's done, I'll show you guys just exactly why I
thoroughly enjoy this. Alright, so now that we have at least one video completed, we can actually go into editing the details about it. So this is complete. All you gotta do is click this little pencil button here, okay, and then start editing. What this does, it brings up a little pop-up right here. It brings this up. Boom. The title, describe your video, okay, video details, thumbnail, just like in YouTube. I haven't created a thumbnail for this one yet, so I'm not going to upload anything. You can add an image, you can distribute it to all the pages that you manage, or in your business manager if you have. If you're using the business manager, so that means all the pages that you're managing are going to be able to share this same video without having to re-upload it. So that's just another advantage of just uploading this natively to Facebook. Okay, so tracking. I'm not too sure what this is yet. I haven't really looked into it. Polls, you can have a poll for your video. This is just crazy how they're trying to get people to engage, not just watch your video, but also to engage with it. So you can create a poll anywhere, you can somewhere right here if it matters, or in the beginning. It's just really impressive. I'm impressed with what Facebook's trying to do with video. So the video details, I think this is one of my favorite parts right now. Okay, so this is like the naming conventions between me and my editor. This is Q1. So this is for my Friday show that's generally on YouTube. Like every Friday I answer a question about dance or social media marketing and business. It's generally a Q&A show every Friday. Okay, cool. Boom, that's the title. And then from here I can start answer. I treat this similarly to as a hybrid between YouTube descriptions and Facebook status updates. I think the difference is I don't use SEO strategies with it. I don't use video SEO. So I'm just gonna keep this super general right now for the sake of this video, and keep it short. That's done. You can add video tags. So hip hop dance, if that exists. It used to exist. Hip hop. Hippo. There you go. Hip hop dance. I don't know why it wasn't popping up before. Cool. And you can check in. This is what I love. You can start adding the places where you're at. So this place was at an office called the Dylan. I don't know if it's publicly available or even if it's on here. But here, if your video is an interview or it's a vlog and there's you're with people, I can say I add a vlog with my girlfriend. Boom. I could look her up. Talion. Boom. That's where she is. Or you can say you were teaching a workshop, you can tag the workshop you were at, and then it brings more attention. It's a great way of distributing your content, because you're not just sharing your content, you're also now notifying the people who were involved, the places involved, and you can even go as far as dating when that video was posted, or this video was created. Okay, and if you have your own products, okay, assuming that you have to have your Facebook store set up for this to happen, but if you have a product, you can tag the product that's being used in the video. So it's pretty awesome. And then once you're done doing all the details here, you got a nice title, a very human-like description. You don't want to sound too robotic or salesy or anything like that. Just talk like how you normally would. Tag the people, check in, all the necessary details, add the necessary tags you need, thumbnails, details, distribute it to all the other pages, captions if you have any. Subtitles are honestly the last thing on my mind right now, though I know it'll probably help in the long run. So from here you can schedule your publication, your video in this, and then pick the date. I just Grow Friday. I'm just gonna say the 23rd because I'm not. No, this is question 1. So I think this will be on the 2nd. Okay, let me just double check my content calendar here real quick, guys. Yeah. Actually, number 23. November 23. Okay. Make sure you have a content calendar as well. Helps keep things organized. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Once that's done, let's double check. I'm just gonna preview it to see what it looks like. So that's where you can preview your post. Okay, and there it is. All the other videos that are gonna come up next to it, after it, and I think we're good. So save, and it's scheduled. So what that does, let's backtrack real quick to the publishing tools for Facebook. Alright, so just coming from here from your main page so we can keep things easier in terms of following through. Okay, so go back to the publishing tools, then you should see right here the video. I don't know, I was about to say, well, I don't know why it was shown twice, but it's different videos. So now you see the name, the descriptions, the tags. You can update everything here. Okay, and I think, let's see, scheduled. Yep. I think everything's good. Let's see. Download video. You can download the video. Yeah. So you see why I like it. So you get more in-depth control for when you upload the videos. So if I go back here, a lot of the videos I've been sharing don't exactly have the titles, the descriptions, the tags, and people have checked in, because I've been uploading it through later, because I just upload a lot of my micro content through Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, not YouTube, and Twitter here. What that does is it uploads obviously a video here, but it doesn't have we can't edit the same details as we can on the Creator Studio for Facebook. What you can do if you have the time to do it is you can go back and edit the video, and you can start adding the title here, add the thumbnail here, and publish and just change it up. So that way you give it the proper details that I think each video should have. Alright, so that's it, a quick tutorial on showing you guys how to upload bulk videos onto your Facebook page, the advantages of uploading to Facebook natively versus you using it versus using a third-party platform, and the opportunity I think that exists if you start uploading more original long-form content to Facebook, because then you start becoming more eligible for Facebook Watch. So that's it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe, share this with friends who you think might benefit from it, and anything new with social media marketing, business, and everything, make sure to stay tuned every week, every Tuesday. I will keep you guys updated. Alright, so that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will catch you guys next time. So let's get into you guys creating your first brand awareness ad. Again, the purpose of a brand awareness ad is to increase your exposure, show your product, service, video to either people who haven't heard of you yet, or people who do know about you, and you want to make them aware of a current campaign that you're running. Then you want them to be aware of that product, either because there's a sale going on or there's a launch, whatever it is. That's the purpose of these brand awareness. You want people to know about it, capture the attention. You're not exactly trying to get sales just yet. And for those of you who are just starting off, this is great for you to start putting yourself out there. This is way better than boosting your post, because boosting your post means you might as well take your money and throw it to the wall, and that's I don't think we're in this to do this. You're not trying to do social media marketing for that. First thing you want to do is you want to find out which post is working most organically. Showed you guys a little bit of that earlier in the video. You want to, because if it's performing well organically, that means it will do well as an ad, because people are already showing that they're interested in it, and that's pretty much means free exposure, free advertising, all the organic stuff. So like organic foods. So go to your insights tab here on your page, go to your posts. Okay, look for go switch this over to engagement rate, find the highest performing one either of the week or the past 2 weeks. I'm gonna go with last week. This one's doing really well, 13%. There's several ways to go about creating ads, to get this particular thing as your creative, but this is the way I like doing it, because it's a little faster and it's a necessary trick for upcoming tactics that I'm going to show you guys about ads. So that's a little later on. Go to post, right click. I'm going to copy link location and I'm going to make sure it's the right one. Yeah, it is. Cool. And then open up a notepad. I'm going to save that there for a little later. Cool. Once we're there, head on over to create an ad. So you're going to end up into this screen. Traffic, obviously, if you want to go to blog posts. Engagement, obviously, if you want people to like, comment, share.
all that stuff, app installs. I'll do an overview of this in another video when we start doing videos on advertising. Video views, obvious. Most of them are pretty straightforward with the names. So what we're gonna do is engagement. It's gonna do a little pop-up here. We're not doing split testing, we're not doing budget optimization. From here, you're gonna see choices in post engagement, page likes, and event responses. Obviously, we're not doing an event, so that's no. With page likes, I don't really like using that because that's immediately, the way I think about that is like you going up to a random stranger and saying, hey, give me your number. Like, I don't know you. Like, we haven't even had an interaction yet. So which is why I like post engagements, because they're seeing good quality content based off the results from, you know, from the insights, and then they like it, they comment it, they share it, and it shows that they're already interested. They have some sort of interest in your content, at least. From there, I'll show you guys in a little later. You'll get an opportunity to invite them to like your page. So from here, I always pick post engagement. I'm particular with naming conventions because I run a lot of ads and you want to keep them as organized as possible. So I call these BA, brand awareness ads, and I describe it. Generally, when I'm running brand awareness ads, I keep everything in one, like brand awareness, and I keep everything in one campaign. But I don't want to confuse you guys right now. Hopefully, I'm not. Continue. Same. I try to keep the same here, because when you search and through the Power Editor or the Ads Manager, it's just going to help when you keep things organized. Because US 18+, if you keep it all the same, it's going to be a pain in the ass. We're not going to go into saved audiences or custom audiences yet. Here, if you will, this is the fun part. You can target specific people. If you want everyone in the US to look to be able to see your stuff, cool, keep it there. If you don't, or if you want all of North America, just do that. Or if you want the world, just type in worldwide. That's a fun one. Or if you're worldwide and you say for some reason want to exclude Australia, just for some reason. Okay, you can do that too. You can exclude and include certain countries, or if you want to target cities. So just if you want to get a little bit more targeted, Los Angeles. Okay, there's a difference. You're gonna get two options when you start doing U.S. cities. Like DMA means designated market area. A designated market area is pretty much an area where the people are gonna see the same type of television, radio, and the same type of advertising. So when you select the designated market area, it's gonna select this whole area of Los Angeles that they market to, and pretty much all these people are going to see your ad. So it's a pretty big region. See, going from here, going way past Victorville. So those of you who live in LA or who've been to LA or California, it's a big, say first, if you want to get a little bit more, more specific, you can just target the city, a little bit more targeted within the 25-mile radius, or you can get really specific. What type? What 91210. We'll do Beverly Hills. 91210? 91210. Or whatever. That's Glendale. I might be getting the wrong zip code for some reason. Okay, see, now you can target specific zip codes. So depending on what you want to target, it's up to you. Notice the right here though, it does get smaller, so you generally want to keep it right in the middle. 1 million audience is good if you're really trying to get super targeted for your marketing. But if you're trying to get brand awareness, a little bigger is good. And again, depending on who your target audience is going to determine what you do with these locations and these interests, the genders and ages. So I'm gonna go with I'm just gonna do worldwide just to keep it easy right now. So keep in mind, if you do like an entire region, like all of North America, all of the world, there's going to be areas that it does favor. Once Facebook starts seeing traction in specific regions, it's going to start favoring that and start putting more budget to that. So that's something to keep in mind, because if you're trying to market worldwide and for some reason Pakistan or India are getting more of the traction, and you're trying to market, I don't know, to Europe or something like that, those things that you want to be mindful for. Okay, but you want the whole world to see it? Let them see it. Okay, I got 2 billion people that can watch it. Okay, age. I know that most of the people that watch my stuff are like between around this age, 18 to 45. Gender, up to you. If you're selling fashion, you know, specific men's fashion or women's fashion, that can work. English is what I prefer to do because I've had people respond to me in certain other languages and I feel terrible because I can't respond to them. I've had people respond to me in my own language of Tagalog and I don't speak Tagalog. I have to have my girlfriend help me translate it. So going on to it, this is the fun part where you get a little bit more detail and also very important in terms of knowing your audience. So I'm going to be marketing to dancers. So for this video, obviously. So I'm going to be looking at World of Dance. They're going to be checking that out. Okay, this one. Okay, as you can see, it starts getting smaller in the numbers here, and still a little broad. So I can try to bring it down a little bit more. That's fine. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. And you can even narrow your audience. So that means, like, all right, I want people who like hip hop dancing and also like Nikes. So I can add that, Nike. And what that does, it creates a little middle ground between people who are just super fans of Nike and super fans of dancing. You can even narrow it down further, who also like, I don't know, festivals. Now it's getting more and more specific. You don't have to go this crazy. You can just keep them to this first section. I'm just showing you guys that you can narrow it down to specific people who like specific things, or you can even exclude people. It's like, oh man, I don't want to show these to people who like Adidas. I love Adidas. Or Pumas. So you can exclude them to again get a much more specific audience. And again, the more you know about your target audience, the better you can create your ad. You know, you want your ads to really appeal to the people who matter most to your company. Ultimately, the people that you want to show this to are the people you want to eventually become customers. So, I'm just gonna keep this as is. Actually, kind of like it. Automatic placements, keep it as there. Placements is pretty much you want it on Facebook, Instagram, Audience Network, meaning if you've ever been on, you know, clicked on a link on Facebook, it goes onto a different page. Still on Facebook, you'll see it on an ad there. Messenger, you'll see ads there. I'm pretty sure that you guys are seeing it there. I generally keep most of them, but I'm gonna, just because I want to get a little bit more specific, I'm gonna turn this off. Suggested videos, I don't want. Oh no, yeah, suggested videos. You used to be able to take this out. Lame. So instant articles, don't want that. I want this in the feed. Just videos. I think we're good here. Boom, cool. Or you can keep it as is. Okay, keep in mind if your video is more than a minute, this is not gonna work. Obviously, Instagram only allows you to share a 1 minute video. There's nothing yet on Instagram TV for this. Okay, here, daily budget. You can go daily or lifetime, up to you. I honestly like both, depending on what you're gonna do. I like doing daily budget if we're in a testing phase, so that way you're seeing people all hours of the night. But with one of our clients, knowing the data that we have based off the type of audience we're working with, the creative, the copy, we use lifetime budget, so that way we're a little bit more intentional with what we're trying to achieve. We recently helped him sell out his LA show using a lifetime budget, so I'll show you guys a quick difference. It's funny because this used to be, when 2013, this used to be like $3. It's getting more expensive. I'm not a fan of it. $10 daily is fine. Okay, restart your date today, so that means I gotta set it to my current date and time. I generally I keep it as is, and for the brand awareness ads, I go 3 to 4 days. 5 days is cool too, but eventually I find it that these types of ads eventually start losing their effect the longer you let them go. Here, 3 days. Yeah, there you go. So you can do this daily budget. You're done, or you can do lifetime budget. Okay, you say your budget is $30 for the lifetime. Cool. And then what I like about this is you can run these ads on a schedule, because say you can do it for, you know, all hours of the day and all hours of the night throughout the week, but also you want to make sure that people are seeing it. So being a smart person, you know, Fridays around this time is kind of busy, and between 12 a.m. to, depending on where you're at, this can be a little busy, and then you can make it so people only see your ad at a certain time. So again, this is where I use this primarily when I know it's go time to try to push for sales. Don't take what I'm saying as like Bible truth. I'm only sharing with you guys what's worked with me and with our clients. I suggest experiment and try it out. So I know this is like probably your first ad. I'm trying to set you up for when we go into much deeper Facebook advertising. Daily budget here, boom, 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 post engagements. Don't do impressions or this. You want to optimize this for when people actually engage with your content. You don't want to optimize it for people just see it. So the impression, like, to me is the equivalent of someone seeing a billboard when they're driving by. They might see it in the corner of their eye, but they'll never acknowledge it. Cool, I'm good here. Continue. Rename this. Again, naming conventions will save you time. Go to your Facebook page here. Instagram account, link it up if you want to. Boom, here's where the creative part is. Okay, you can either go here and select it. Some of these are warnings saying that it's not going to be compatible. You can enter the post ID, come back here, copy this number right here, boom, paste, submit, there's your creative. Bam. Okay, and you can even preview it on the other ones. Okay, I'm actually going to run this one because this video, I'm surprised at how this video turned out because I quickly put this video together because I haven't posted dance content in a while. You can add a call to action if you want. Generally for brand awareness ads, I try to keep it as native as possible, meaning no call to action. You just want it for the sake of, entertaining, the 3 E's. You want entertain, empower, or educate. Don't go with the intent of trying to sell right off the bat. At least this is how, again, we're approaching it. You can add the button later on for a different ad. Okay, boom, Facebook pixels. Not really necessary since it's not leading to my page, but that's chill. I'm just gonna leave it on. Cool, everything's good, Okay, once you're good with everything, click confirm. What's gonna happen is it's gonna take you to your ads manager right here. Boom, it's gonna tell you that this is in review. Say if you wanna edit this. It's like random, like, I don't know, it's the following day and you want to edit it. Okay, let's take you back into a situation that might happen. You log on your Facebook, say we're doing it on desktop. You can do this on mobile as well. I'll save that for another video, but this is generally easier if it's on desktop. Okay, drop it down here, manage ads. It's gonna take you to your ads manager. Boom, I'm gonna go to my manager here. Cool, and then you can go there and hit edit. Okay, a couple things to also consider. When you click here, it takes you to the next step and to the next step. Okay, now let's go back to this tab. If you click edit, it's gonna click, this right hand is gonna come up. So just giving you guys a heads up. Okay, and again, and also to add a little bit more, if you click this and you start clicking on it, it's gonna focus on just that one. Okay. So the Power Editor or the Ads Manager can be a little confusing. I know it was for me and super intimidating when I first started, so I'm trying to help you guys out here. Say you want to adjust your budget, okay? You go there. Let's take a step back actually, so you can actually kind of do this with me or see the example. Okay, you want to adjust the budget, edit. Sorry, totally did that wrong. Click on that. Click on the edit button and let that pop up. Boom. Cool. I want to adjust the budget to, I don't know. Say you realized like, oh, I have a bigger budget. Cool, $20 a day. Publish. I'm not gonna do that. Say you want to change your location. Okay, instead of doing worldwide, let's just do, Philippines. Those are examples. From there, hit publish. That's how you can make some changes and modifications to the ad spend and the budget and the location. Now, what if you want to change the creative? Click here, okay, edit, and either create the post, get the post ID from another Facebook post, or select from here. Same thing, publish, and you're good to go. So I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. This whole portions at end is a little longer than expected, but I'm trying to go really deep so you guys can really leverage just building your first brand awareness ad. Say you want to take a review at the results of your ad. Okay, this is just one way. Go to Insights, go to Posts. Okay, I'll show you other examples through the Ads Manager when we go into more advertising stuff. It gets a little bit more deep in terms of CTR, CPM, conversion value. It gets a little bit deeper. So just letting you know. Okay, this is an ad I ran a couple weeks ago. You can see the difference. This side is organic, this side is paid. See that amount of reach. And you'll see that it got a lot of likes and engagement, exactly what a page post engagement ad is supposed to do. Okay, it's supposed to get you likes, it's supposed to get you comments and shares. It's not really meant to try to generate traffic. I mean, unless your copy is on point, your creative is on point, it can, because it can actually engage people and people will actually take action. But if for those of you who are trying to get traffic to your website, I would focus mainly on using the traffic objective to get people there. And then then there's a whole idea of using retargeting ads from your page post engagement ad. You can get really creative on using the ads. The most important thing is that you don't complicate it too much, because there's so much you can do with it, it can get complicated. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's fairly lengthy walkthrough. If you guys got any questions or anything, feel free to go to the Q&A section and ask a new question, and I'll get back to you, probably within a week. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
All right, so that is it, ladies and gents. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is just like I said, a portion of the entire Social Media Marketing 101 course, where we teach you our 7 steps to social media marketing, which are: 1, know what you want to achieve; 2, know your audience; 3, know where their attention is; 4, create the content; 5, write the message; 6, distribute and automate; and 7, advertise. And I think just by this, I think you guys should have a general idea of what to do, and that's the point of the course. I want you guys to have an idea, or have a strong idea and a level of confidence that you can do social media marketing by yourself, and that's what the course essentially does. And what we covered tonight is Facebook, which is really just a small portion of the course, which is knowing where the attention is. So let me show you guys real quick a quick preview of what the course will look like. So yeah, quick preview. Let me just escape this full mode right here. And this is what it's going to kind of look like from the student point of view, going from the basics, client case studies we have, resources and tools that we have, going from the steps we talk about. This Facebook marketing, I just finished filming the content for that. That's going to be uploaded soon. And yeah, going from Twitter, super in depth like that, and then where's the Facebook? Everything from Facebook we just talked about. So yeah, let me just hop onto the other screen real quick. So like I said, if you guys want in on this course, make sure to head on this link to check it out. I'm going to be in and out answering questions on the chat while I'm getting ready to go to a meeting, and I'll leave this screen up for another 5 minutes so you can make sure that you have the proper link. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys for hopping on. Once the stream is done, it's done, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for hopping on tonight. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys in the chat as I leave the screen up. Bye.